Hi guys, John here, Mr. Forex Fire, and obviously some good news from last week. My final day at work on my full-time job is tomorrow morning. So after that, we are now going to become into a full-time trader status. Just ignore the light that's coming down, just a spotlight from my light up in the bedroom at the moment. So I like to trade smart money concepts. I've been trading for around about 4 years, as a lot of people already know. The last year and a bit, I've been doing smart money, the smart money trading style, and sort of incorporating a lot of stuff in and around that sort of entity. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing now, I have so much free time on my hand, is obviously concentrate on what I'm doing with these prop firms, which I'm in the process of trying to pass. Okay, I've just started doing that, even though I've been trading for 4 years. I'm trying to implement structure and different things with regards to the availability that I've got to get past these challenges. Again, I tried one just the other month. We were right on the final hurdle, and I fell just at the last second. This was all from the conclusion was from silly mistakes and obviously not having the free time as such to do the trading. Okay, but mainly down to silly mistakes. I've identified them and I'm moving on now. Obviously it's bank holiday weekend this week, so the markets will start off slow. However, there's something that I'm going to be sort of implementing, testing and practicing with, and I'm going to show you today on my screen what I'm looking at. And again, don't take these as trades to take for yourself. There's a lot of you guys know I like to try, test, feel, and then succeed by moving forward. So I do a lot of testing on everything that I do. So this week is of no exception. Again, I'm going to show you something. I've got nothing to hide. We're going to see how these trades play out going through this week. They're on the 15-minute chart. I'm going to show you them now, and I'm going to tell you what they're all about. Okay, so I'm just going to share the screen. Let's get rid of this. And just need to move this out of the way. Right, guys, so what we're going to do, this is the watch list I've got for this week. Again, these are on 15-minute charts. Yes, Bitcoin's on there. You can trade Bitcoin 7 days a week. We've got GBP, AUD, USD, GPY, GBP, NZD, GBP, USD, Euro, ORD, Euro, USD, CAD, GPY, which was my nemesis last week. And we've got the BTC USD, which is Bitcoin. Should be a little bit bigger. Now, if I go to the profile of my account, if you guys go to Forex_fire_, you'll be able to follow me. Okay. From there, I've got 287 likes at the moment. I've got 152 followers. I put 89 IDs on there, and I've got a reputation of 532. What the reputation means, I don't really know, to be fair, but I do tend to get 1 or 2 bits of engagement on my chart ideas. As you can see from here, I've got 3, 6, I've got 9 ideas. Okay, and again, these are ideas, and I'm going to go through each one, and I'm going to show you what we're basing this upon, seeing how this works institutional wise and the smart money concept way. Okay, I don't expect these to all play out, but I'd expect 1 or 2 to maybe hit an entry. And again, for the testing phase, we are just going to have this as a set and forget. Again, I'm not taking these trades as a live trade. These are just back testing and testing on the preference of areas, logical areas that I think we may get an entry. Okay, there is ways you can trade this, which I'll talk about in a moment. So if it does end it and you go down to a structure point, you can do one of a few things. Okay, so first of all, we've got the BTC USD, which is the Bitcoin. Again, if you watch, you'll see here as we're clawing our way back up and flagging to this area, this consolidated zone. Okay, you will see it's creating points of lows, higher lows, lower highs, and higher lows, okay? Yeah, higher lows, sorry. So as that's going up and doing that, these will become your structure points on the way back down. Okay, do you get that? So as this touches up, when this enters, and if it does enter and it doesn't push through the stop loss and it starts to come back down, okay, we will be looking to taking partial profits, okay, at these areas on the way back down. Hope that makes sense. So that's one of them. And if we just go on there, I mean our BTC USD, if we just go back onto a trading view. Okay, we'll go back onto trading view, go to chart. And I can get the layout properly on here. So again, your structure points will be possibly here. Maybe move your stop loss to a break even. From there, we would have another one here. Maybe close half of the trade out. So if you've got a lot size of a whole lot size, possibly close out at 0.5 and let the trade run. You've obviously closed out, you've moved the stop loss to break even, but then as it's got to there, it's then closing the partial out. So then even if it goes back, you've got profit already. And if it closes out on the break even, you've still took half your trade, if that makes sense, okay? So I'm just gonna get rid of that. Go back. And that's a risk to reward of 1 to 5.27. Okay, now we'll start from the top over. So this one here, guys, this one is the GBP odd. Again, you can see we've got a consolidated zone. Okay, now if I move further into this, what I'm concentrating on is an order block technique within the smart money. So it's basically the last push up before the down, and I'm using this one here as an entry. Again, you could define the stop loss to here, but I'm keeping it safe. I've got this just above here. Okay, if we just click back, we'll put that back to where it was. And this one here, guys, if we go out of it, you can see the preference that I'm using. We've had a big push out and a big spike out of the consolidated box. Okay, now that box in itself on a date range, that there has been around about 3 days worth of price. Okay, we've had a spike out. Let's just get this. We've had a spike out and then a push down. So again, we are looking towards an entry on here. This is a risk to reward of 1 to 3.11. USD JPY. Again, we're still using the technique of practicing within the previous consolidated area. Again, your date range on the consolidated area, we're looking at around about just under 2 days. We've had a push up out of the consolidated liquidity, and then we've had a push down out of the consolidated box. We're waiting for a push back in, and once again, if we look into here, we are using the candle. In this instance, it's a big candle. You could define this up to here, to be fair, but I've gone for the candle previous. You can do 50% of that. From there, let's just take a look. We'll go back, get rid of this. So we're waiting for this to flag back in, to touch in, to come back down and go back down to this sort of lower, this lower high here. Okay, so again, the preference on this, we've got liquidity residing all along the top of here. It's pushed out and took the liquidity from here by this here. Okay, so I'm anticipating, because of this liquidity here was taken, I'm expecting a push back up towards this high, but entering in around on this area here, pushing back down to maybe take liquidity on the bottom side. That's the USD JPY. GBP NZD, let's take a look at this. Again, we're still doing the same preferences on what I'm looking at in here. We've got liquidities here, okay? The only one that I'd be sort of anticipating on this, or sort of think this may be a bit riskier, is because we've got liquidity here. This might actually push up and steam through this and take out the top on here, okay? However, because we've had a big impulse down, down maneuver, we again mark out the order block for the last push up before the down. Let's just go back. And we've got our entry. This is going to be a much more riskier. It's a 1 to 5.89. That's on the GBP NZD. Let's take a look at GBP USD. Again, guys, we've got a nice sort of consolidated box as such on here. However, we've had a big impulse and spike move out, taking out the previous high. Okay, we might start to see a little bit of a channel. Let me just take a look. That's the one. We might just start seeing some form of channel, bringing this down into here, bouncing and then going up. Okay, just get rid of that. So that one there is worth a 1 to 3.59. Euro odd. Again, all these are on the same preferences, something we are testing. I'll go over the parameters again. As we've come into play from this, okay, we have had around only about 8 hours. Again, this one might be a bit risky as well, to be fair. But again, this is what the testing's for. Let's just go back. That's the one I need to get rid of. That's that I need to get rid of. Get rid of that. Right, so again, where we've come down and sort of liquidity grabbed, not to where it's sort of done the liquidity here. We then got a little bit more of a push up, okay? And then it's pushed out and took the liquidity on this here straight away. And not only that, it's took the liquidity down here as well. So we've had a little bit of a spike on here, okay? So maybe expecting a little bit of a push on the euro odd, maybe flag back into this sort of area and come down. And we always target the previous sort of liquidity area, which is here. Again, as this moves back up and produces lower highs, okay, or higher lows, I should say, when it enters on here, if we don't get stopped out, as it pushes back down, these higher lows, as it's produced on the way up, we would use these as our target areas to get out on partials and break evens. Euro USD, again, not much of a risk to reward on this. Again, you can see the initial spike right up. We've got a bit of a flag pattern coming down, forming on here. You see on this, the trend to the trend. From there, again, bit of a risky move, but again, we would be expecting a little bit of a push down on this to see where we are. With regards to an entry, again, it's a big push down on a candle, but the engulfing, just look at the engulfing move within here. Although, to be fair, what we've got there is the imbalance area. Okay, so we might find with this being a flag, okay, with that being a flag there, we might see we only get, let's see if we can get the path. We might only get the sort of push out coming down and then going into the imbalance, and then it might shoot off, to be fair, okay? That's what might happen with this. And in fact, if we go back, let's just take a look. Yeah, we've got some extra parts here with regards to, we've got imbalance up here. Yeah, so we've got imbalance on here as well. There's some imbalance there. We might see a push up. And look at that, 50%. Good on the eye. I was basing this, basically, if we just show this out, this push here, from there to there, if we get the push out, okay, let's see the measuring stick there, that's taking you up into the liquidity of that next sort of point of interest, okay? So that can be an interesting spot. Just bear that in mind. So we'll just get rid of the little bits of drawings. right, so that's that. We're then going down to the CAD JPY as the final. We're going into the final furlong here. Again, these are all based on 15 minutes. Just take a look. Again, we've got a section here with a down and up. We've had a little bit of a spike up. It's caused a push out of this area where there has been a bit of consolidation. Again, from there, you've got liquidity residing along here, which was also taken out. We're now slowly having this forming an uptrend back into this area here. Okay, we're getting this forming back up into this area. We might get the push up and then touching into this area here, which is a bit of a consolidated box. Again, this last up, but we've got to be very careful with this one because we might find that instead of it entering on here, on this sort of order block area, it might push up and come towards this area here. Again, a bit more of a risky move, but I've anticipated that with regards to the stop loss being just above where I would have possibly entered on there, because I wouldn't want to try and miss on this move. Again, I don't want anything that's too tight, but if this was to stop out, I would only be risking a half or maybe a 1%, to be honest. Okay, so let's just go back on that, get rid of that, get rid of that. And that's what we have, guys. Again, what I want you to do is head on over to TradingView. Again, you can follow me by looking for the profile of Forex Fire. It's Forex_Fire. Okay, guys. And you can click on these at any time when you're on my profile. Comment on there. Please let me see some engagement on what you think. Again, please remember, these aren't trade ideas for you to take. This is just an outlook and a little bit of fun what we're going to do going into the start of the week. And again, because it is the bank holiday weekend, I'm not expecting any big movements, to be fair. But obviously the BTC USD, the Bitcoin, is live at the moment. Let's just see what's going on with that. And again, you just click on here, click on the blue button, and it'll tell you where we are. So we've had a little bit of movement since I've predicted that one. Okay, so yeah, one last time, TradingView, look for Forex Fire. Again, comment, like, and share on the videos that I do on my YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, subscribe. Let me see some engagement on this video, not just on my YouTube channel. Please go onto the TradingView and let me give a thumbs up on the TradingView, and also drop a comment. Let me think what you think of that analysis. Okay, it's not an in-depth analysis as such as what we're doing. I'm just trying to simplify the way I trade and try to get that across to help others with regards to pattern trading, smart money, and other techniques. Okay, guys, so I hope you found this video for this week somewhat a little bit educational. If not, we will then go a bit more in depth. You can get access to my Discord channel. Again, plenty of stuff inside of there. Before we go, we're just going to quickly load that up and I can just give you a bit of information on that. Just open the Discord. We've got about 300 odd people in here at the moment. There we are. So again, we've got 347 in here at the moment. Well done, dusting yourself off and get back up quickly. Such determination. Yeah, thank you very much, Mia. So again, guys, if you haven't watched that video, I'd urge everybody to watch my last video I've done on my YouTube channel. Again, I'm going to become a full-time trader after this coming Monday. So you'll have access to all this. Again, I never give up. We've got plenty of training in here. There's welcome notes, just to go through a few things as a new person just entered. So I better get on top of this, guys. I hope you like the video. Give it a thumbs up. Let me know on the TradingView. Go to Forex Fire on TradingView. Comment on it. Let me know what you think. Is it something that you understand them charts? And again, let me know what you think of the analysis. Okay, guys? I'll see you all later. Bye. See ya.